everyone, Scott with the Scottman. We are here in the beautiful state of Colorado to do a driving video today. We're heading west on I-70, heading west out of Denver. I just got off Highway 6 as I was just in downtown Denver getting some lunch, or like a late lunch. And in this video, we're going to be filming I-70 from Highway 6 out here in Golden, Colorado, heading all the way to the exit for Highway 40, which is near Empire, Colorado. This is basically the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, which I have not been back. I was in Denver in January 2018, but I did not head up to the mountains, or I haven't been up to the mountains since I think it was August 2017. So yeah, I apologize for the sun glare just because of the time of the day it is, but yeah, I've been really looking forward to doing this drive because finally heading up to the mountains. And it's like, what's interesting is that this is my first time going to the Rocky Mountains and driving myself, because normally I fly to Denver, and then because my aunt and uncle live out in like the Winter Park area in Colorado, they've usually picked me up at the airport, and then I ride with them back to their house. But this time I'm driving here today because I'm doing a big road trip to Utah and Arizona, and because I have to drive through Colorado, I'm taking a stop out here and to be able to stay in Colorado for at least a couple days or so before heading out to Utah. And with it being a Monday afternoon, traffic should be pretty good, because I've been on this on a Saturday, and the traffic is usually really bad because everybody going up into the mountains. And not only that too, but I always went in the summertime. This is my first time visiting Colorado in October. It's early October right now, and it is pretty warm right now. My current thermometer is reading 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Compared to Celsius, it's just a little over 26 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it is warmer than normal up in the mountains. It's been pretty dry too, because unfortunately there are a few wildfires throughout the state of Colorado right now. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of slow traffic in different areas, because yeah, especially with a huge gain in altitude, some of the larger vehicles, especially trucks, will have a harder time going up the mountains. But yeah, it's like I could, or to do the trip out to Utah and Arizona, I could have easily flown into Denver and picked up a rental car. However, I'm not really too comfortable with flying at the moment, just because the virus outbreak's still going on right now. So it's like, for the time being, road trips are all I'm doing. But it's not a problem at all, because I do enjoy the road trips. So because I was driving from Michigan, although I stopped last night in Omaha, which yeah, I got to walk around Omaha really quick last night, have some dinner, also got to meet up really quick just with a good friend of mine who lives in the Omaha area. So I got to do the drive here, and yeah, so I drove I-80 through Nebraska on the I-76 going into Denver, and like, that was not very eventful. That was pretty dull, in my opinion. It's like I could film a driving video of that, but it's like, would you really want to see that? Who knows? You very well might, and maybe someday I can always film that stretch. Be like, it's like, I'll have to find a cool way of entertaining but yeah, this drive here is like once you get onto I-70 and you're going west out of Denver, this is a very beautiful drive throughout the whole rest of the state. Of course, you got all the mountains all around, different tunnels you go through, different mountain towns, different mountain passes, and even some canyons, because even like further out to the west in Colorado along I-70, you got the beautiful Glenwood Canyon. But yeah, it's like I knew one of these days I would do a driving video, or I would drive out here, so that way I could do at least 1 or 2 driving videos. Although if I really wanted to, I could have easily mounted my GoPro to my aunt or uncle's dashboard. But it's like it'd be more riding with Scottman895 than driving with Scottman895. Although technically, because I'm the one doing the driving, you're riding along. So I guess it works out the same way. Oh well. But yeah, as I've gone up in altitude, the current thermometer is starting to drop like crazy. It is 72 degrees Fahrenheit right now. That's about 22 or over, between 22 and 23 degrees Celsius. So it has cooled down almost 5 degrees Celsius. That's crazy. But yeah, that is a beautiful view up ahead. Just because of the GoPro, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that entirely well. But yeah, I should start coming here on a Monday more often. This is the lightest traffic I've ever seen on this freeway. Because the only time I've made a trip out here in the past, it's always been on a Saturday in the summer. So that's when everybody goes up to Vail, to Breckenridge, Winter Park, or even heading out to like Aspen, or also Copper Mountain, Frisco, Silverthorne, Dillon, all the different communities all throughout I-70. But yeah, October is usually a month where once you get up into the mountains, especially high up in altitude, is where you may start to see some snow and some wintry weather. Thankfully, the next few days it's going to be pretty warm here, so I won't have to worry about winter driving. That was one of my big worries about playing this road trip, especially getting out to Utah. Because you never know, October's a crazy month here. You can see warm weather like today, or you can see really bad snowstorms. It's hard to believe 10 years ago, is 2020 now. Back in 2010, that was my very first trip to Colorado. So this is a 10-year anniversary, sort of, because in 2010 I came up here in August. And yeah, speaking of snow, the mountains here in Colorado, like especially in this area and even in Denver, they had their first snow already. I think it was, I don't know if it was around or right after Labor Day. But it's like not right now though, because it's warmed up quite nicely. Yeah, one thing I'm not sure about is if the aspens still have their fall colors in them, right, or on the Aspen right now, or if it's past peak. I might be after peak, but I'll find out when I get here. Alright, there's somebody coming pretty fast behind me, and there's a car to the right of me. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go a little over the speed limit just to get back over. Alright, there we go. Too late after all. But right now I'm on a 2-week vacation. As I mentioned a bunch of my different driving videos within the past month, I was supposed to go to South Africa at this time, but because of the virus outbreak, that ended up not happening. That trip is planned for October 2021. But I still had the 2 weeks off from work, so it's like, let's plan a road trip instead. But it is great to be back. I have missed the mountains. Because, yeah, since then, the only mountains I've really seen would be the Appalachians. Because I got to see those when I was driving to and from South Carolina back in December and January. And then, entering Clear Creek County. The truck's about to merge over, so I better merge over too. And then, of course, 2018, I went to Austria and got to see the Austrian Alps when I went to Saalbach Hinterglemm, which is off to the southwest of Salzburg. But yeah, notice how slow these trucks are moving. Speed limit here is 55 miles an hour, and they're not going even close to that. Alright, I should probably merge over. But we're starting to go away from the sun, so the view is going to be even better. Just love this state so much. I'd say, yeah, along with Michigan, Colorado is probably one of my favorite states. Yeah, the descent is pretty strong, so it's like I'm having to ride the brakes a little bit, but I shouldn't ride them completely because I don't want to wear out the brakes or anything. This is a 6% grade here. And we're coming to the exit for Highway 6 East. Which Highway 6 will just heading east, so that'll take you back toward Golden. Near where we start, exactly where we started the video, because I got off of Highway 6 coming from Denver. But Highway 6 going east toward Golden is a beautiful route, because that goes through Clear Creek Canyon, and that is a beautiful canyon. I even featured that very briefly 3 years ago, maybe like a 1-minute segment, because back, yeah, 3 years ago was my last trip up to the mountains, and that was when my cousin Lauren was living up here, along with my aunt and uncle, and she and I did a little day trip into Golden, Colorado for the day, and we drove through Clear Creek Canyon. We have another 10 miles to go until we get to Highway 40. Just because of the light traffic, this is probably going to be the quickest I've gotten to Highway 40. Okay, and this exit here, that'll take you to Central City, Colorado. Yeah, entering the city limits for Idaho Springs. We're about 7,540 feet above sea level. I'm not sure what that converts to in meters. But yeah, Central City's, I've not been to Central City before, but there are quite a bit of casinos over in that area. Yeah, you can see the main highway going to Central City there. And speaking of tunnel, here comes one right now. We'll see how my GoPro adjusts to the darkness coming up ahead. Tumbleweed. Beautiful tunnel. So I know in the past decade, I believe they've widened the tunnels here, or the tunnel here. Stop in Idaho Springs, you got the exit coming up ahead. Or there's three exits for Idaho Springs. Idaho Springs is a pretty cool town. I remember stopping there one time with my uncle to get lunch on our way to the Winter Park area from Denver. Speed limit's 55. Car's coming pretty fast behind me. Better get over. Oh yeah, and I think on the way back to the airport one time, I think my uncle and I think we stopped at that Carl's Jr. there for lunch. Can I safely get around this truck? Yes, I can. Or now I can. Side here. Curious what they're doing. Yep, off to the right, that is Idaho Springs, and you can even see part of the downtown area up ahead. We've got quite a bit of people in town right now, even for a Monday. What's cool about that road, I've never been up there, but that road takes you up to the summit of Mount Evans for some spectacular views. It's one of the few mountains that, or one of the few peaks you can drive up to. With of course the most popular one, I'd say, would be Pikes Peak down by Colorado Springs. Or, because that's the easiest way to see a mountain peak, is to drive up to one. But the best way, of course, is to hike up to the top of a mountain peak, because that way you have real bragging rights. Although it's nowhere near anything you see in the Rocky Mountains, but it was still cool to go up to the top of Black Elk Peak in South Dakota. That was only like almost 7,200 feet above sea level. So wasn't terribly challenging, but it was still really cool nevertheless. Perfect timing because there's cars coming behind me. Too bad, but it's still a nice breeze though, so I can't complain about that. Oh, here we go. We got some rocky cliffs along in here. Another 5 miles to go till we get to the exit for Highway 40. So just got another few miles to go. Oh, looks like we got new pavement here, so just gotta love new pavement. Makes the ride even more smooth. All the way over there, I see a little bit of snow on there. Not a lot. You may not be able to see it from the video or from the GoPro, but oh well. This is only day 2 of my big road trip. So yeah, basically the plan is, yeah, I left yesterday from Michigan. I'm gonna be out in Colorado for the next 2.5 days, and then heading out to Utah from all the way through Sunday, and then of course head to Arizona, but more so northern Arizona. I'm gonna be head out to Sedona, also like maybe even the Flagstaff, and on the way down there I might stop over at Page, Arizona. Check out Horseshoe Bend, maybe even take a quick stop at the Grand Canyon or something. And then from there, make the long drive back home to Michigan. I'm so glad I'm finally able to do this driving video. So I've always wanted to do this drive up here. see snow a lot sooner than Denver.
In 2 miles, take exit 232 toward US 40 East, Empire.
So yeah. So you're probably gonna start to hear the GPS go off periodically at the end of this video. Yeah, my gas tank's starting to get a little low. It's not too low, but I should probably fill up the tank a little bit just to make sure I'm able to get through okay without having a problem. All right, so I just got about another mile and a half to go. But yeah, I may try to do another driving video on I-70 as I head out to Utah. I haven't decided exactly where yet, whether it's going to be heading up to Eisenhower Tunnel or if it's going to be Glenwood Canyon. I haven't decided yet. I can see me doing both of those at some point. Ooh, gotta be careful here. So if not this trip, maybe the next time. You never know. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed this driving video here on I-70 West, going from the Denver area at Highway 6, or technically more, I'd say more so like Lakewood, Colorado, Golden, Colorado area, out to the exit for Highway 40 near Empire. Oh yeah, so yeah, this exit, yeah, for Highway 40, that's how you get to Winter Park.
In half a mile, take exit 232 toward US 40 East, Empire.
That's how you get to Winter Park and Fraser, Colorado, also to Rocky Mountain National Park, to Granby, to Byers Canyon, Kremling, and eventually to Steamboat Springs. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure, and don't forget to click that notification bell.
Take exit 232, then continue on to US 40 West.
So that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.